some people you got to make believers in life. Sometimes you can give them all the writing on the wall. They don't listen. They don't pay attention. They take your kindness for weakness. Let me tell y'all the real story. Of course, y'all know I came into the game of 2021. I started that March of 2021. I started my Instagram. I started documenting my process from beginning all the way up until the day. I showed y'all when I first made $2,000. I showed y'all, $2,000 the next week. I showed you when I got the second truck. I told you when I got a third truck, 4, all the way up to 8 trucks, back down to 5, back down to 3, up and down. I've been showing the most receipts in the industry, I believe. Nobody showed more receipts than me in the logistics, especially when it comes to box trucks. So with that being said, I protect my brand. I build my whole brand, my whole marketing strategy. I don't have no campaign or nothing like that. I did this all by myself. So with that being said, I really protect my brand. When I say protect my brand, I let out, I copyrighted all my stuff before I put it out. I trademarked my name, Box Truck Shorty. So that means nobody else can put out a guide, box truck, nothing, guide, or nothing similar to it. I already got it trademarked. That's my lane. So you can come out with a guide, not telling nobody can't do a guide, but you can't be box truck nothing and come out and put out a guide. So with that being said, of course, y'all know I right now, currently I done grossed up $900,000 with Amazon, doing Amazon solely. Y'all know my marketing. I came out with the emoji. I came out with how I market my stuff. I'll post something, my emoji. I post motivation. I post a bunch of, little animated stuff on my posts and my captions and stuff, and at Box Truck Shorty and all my posts. So had this guy that started following me with a similar name, right? Didn't pay attention to it. It's like, okay, this guy follow me, admiring what I'm doing. Nothing wrong with that. Everybody admires somebody. So didn't think nothing of it. So then I had somebody send me his page back in maybe like March. It was back in March, saying, hey, look, this guy's trying to drop a step-by-step guide similar to you. And they was laughing. I was like, oh, haha, that's funny. He's inspired. Nothing wrong with that. But I was like, why would he name his stuff the step-by-step guide when I already got a guide out? So I was like, okay, I ain't think nothing of it. Then I was like, let me check. You always got to check. You can't be too comfortable. So I check back and I look and I see this guy basically has, on April 15th, I got a guide coming out, the whatever guide. I'm not going to say his name. And I was just like, you got a guide coming out April 15th. That's kind of funny. You just started in thing and you telling people how you made $100,000 with a box truck. You can make $1,000 a day. And I'm like, that's interesting. Because I know you ain't been in the game that long. I look back at all your pictures before you deleted them. You ain't been in the game that long. You haven't did $100,000 in a year. You ain't making $1,000 in a box truck. However, so you still lying to people. What I do is I pride myself off of being honest and not lying, not trying to defraud nobody. So get back to the point. The point is, he said, I'm gonna have a guy coming out on April 15th. So I was like, that's interesting. How you gonna have a guy coming out on April 15th? So I went to the Jeezy concert in Atlanta, had front row tickets. The Jeezy song Go Crazy was in my head when I came home that night. So I came home and I made a reel with the Jeezy Go Crazy song on because it was in my head. I ain't heard the song in years, 20 years, or however many years it's been since that song came out. So I was like, I made a reel with it. A week later, this guy comes out with a reel with the same thing. I made a video standing in front of the box truck. He made a video standing in front of the box truck. Start using all of the fist pumps, the emojis, the trucks, and all of that. I was like, okay, this guy here is silly. So I still ain't think nothing of it. So when he said he's going to come out with a guide on April 15th, I was like, okay, well, maybe it's nothing. So April 15th, something just told me, like, you know what? Something ain't right. This guy, his numbers and math ain't adding up. Let me see what this guide is about. So I purchased the guide. Looked at the guide. The guide was the same as mine. Pretty much all he did was change up where his social media stuff go at and my social media stuff, and basically was putting it out and marketing my guide. So I was like, I was pissed. I'm not gonna lie, I was pissed. So I inboxed him. At first I was gonna say nothing to him, but I inboxed him. And I looked at his DOT number on his thing. I looked at his name, and then I went to my PayPal and I searched his name, and voila, his name popped up. April 2nd, he purchased my guide from me, right? Mind you, he had already inboxed me too on Instagram asking me for help back in December. So with Amazon. So I was like, okay, this guy just purchased my guide on April 2nd. And now he's talking about he dropped the guide on April 15th, which is my copyrighted material. So I contacted him and was like, look, I showed him the receipts that when he purchased it, the Shopify, the PayPal. I showed him his guide. I showed him my guide. So then he tried the story and said that lie and said basically, oh, I got that off of Google. Everything can be Google. And I was explaining to him, nah, bro, this is my guide, word for word. So he was like, okay, well, I'll change it up out of respect for you because I admire you. I was like, okay, well, yo, take it down until you change it. Cause that's my guide. My guide is copyrighted. It's trademark, everything. You can't put my guide out. My hard whole work where I bust my behind, building my brand, my lane. So he was like, all right, I'm gonna take it down. So of course he didn't take it down. He listened like 2 days later. So I messaged him, I was like, yo, I thought you was taking it down. He's like, oh, I changed it. I'm gonna send you the copy. So he sent me a copy, still the same guy, moving around some words. That's not how copyright work. So I was like, yo, it's still the same guy. So I was like, look, I'm gonna have to get my copyright attorney involved. So anyway, he didn't want to listen. So guess what? I had his stuff taken down off of Shopify. So it was taken down. So then he was like, oh, they took my guy down working on the website, what he was telling his followers. That was not the case. I took it down. I had a DMCA sent to them and had it taken down. So then he sent me another guy. I was like, yo, bro, can you have your attorney read my guide and make sure it's straight? It's not, copyright. I'm like thinking to myself, do I look stupid? I'm going to help you rob me. I'm going to help you defraud people when you don't really know what you're doing and you want to take my guide and capitalize off of it, something that I put together by myself with no help. Not going to happen, bro. So I had my attorney contact my attorney, had her send him a cease and desist letter. Of course, he got it. He ended up calling her back. So he was like, well, I'm going to put a new guide up. So anyway, before that, he said that I'm going to release my guide back on May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. So I was like, waiting. I'm waiting on him to release this guide again. So guess what? He does. He releases the guide on Cinco de Mayo. And guess what? At midnight, the next morning, I had it taken down again. And that's when he meant to say, oh, the devil is busy. No, the devil ain't busy. You're trying to scam, steal, and defraud people. You haven't been doing what I've been doing. He went out and bought followers, bought likes. The guy's a complete fraud. He's not who he say he is. He's not making $1,000 a day in a box truck. He hasn't make $100,000. If he has, make him show it. If you go through his messages, I'm not gonna tell you who it is because I don't even want to give him that much exposure right now. I'm trying to give him a way out before I embarrass him, and I do have to expose him. But if you go read his comments, he can't answer the comments. He don't answer DMs because he don't know how to answer DMs. He's basically trying to defraud y'all. He put on a bunch of fake jewelry, and now he's trying to market like he know what he's doing. He don't know what he's doing. So start making these people that say they did something show y'all receipts. I show y'all receipts. I show y'all when I made $2,000 all the way up to $900,000. That's what I do. I show receipts. I show a real load. I just don't post a load of a truck and say, hey, $1,000, 50 miles. I don't do that. I show the real load with the load ID, the miles. He can't do that because he's fraud. He's fake. He don't know what he's doing. And in his guys, with the stuff that he did change up, he got a lot of errors in it. So with that being said, I had it taken down. He is nothing wrong with his website. I shut him down. And I'm going to continue to shut him down. Nobody can put out a guide with box truck, nothing associated with it. The name is trademark. I will protect my brand, or I'll go broke protecting my brand. And I don't know what else to tell y'all, but y'all need to start making these people that tell y'all they made 100K, make them show you a receipt. He can't show you a 100K receipt because he ain't made it. He can't show you he making $1,000 a day. The loads he booking don't even make sense. He posted the other day, he made an $800 load, and he got for $400 for 800 miles, something stupid like that, which came out to like $1.81 a mile. Stop trying to defraud the people, man. You got to work your way up to the top. You got to stop. I can't see you at the top when you're trying to steal my stuff, man. So basically, in a nutshell, you need to stop trying to defraud these people and tell these people the truth. I'm trying to let you off easy because I promised you I would not expose you if you took it down. But since you don't want to take it down, you don't want to listen, I guess I'm going to end up having to expose you because if you put my guy back up, we gonna have to take it out the legal way. And like I said, you need to change your name because you're not box truck nothing. You're not affiliated with me. Stop trying to sell a guide, trying to be like me. Stop trying to steal my style. Do your own thing. As a grown man, you should never, ever want to ride the coattail of another man into the industry. I'm not saying that like another grown man can't buy my step-by-step starter pack guide and be inspired and start his own. But you can't copy and steal mines, you know what I'm saying, and try to pass it off as yours. That ain't going to work. That ain't going to fly. So, like I said, start making these people show y'all receipts because I'm about to expose somebody real soon. So all your fake followers and your fake likes ain't gonna save you. So I'm trying to tell you, this is a warning. Stop taking my kindness for weakness because I'm a cool, chill dude, but you're gonna push my buttons and I'm gonna have to expose you. So you know who you are. You know I got all our text messages between each other where you pleading that you admitted that you stole my stuff. I got all the emails. I got everything. So I'm telling you, my God come back up, you're gonna be exposed.